Alright everyone, due to their own mismanagement, YouTube's exodus of users has effectively begun. I'm not the only one who's begun prioritizing other platforms. There are a lot of people right now that are finally starting to talk about, the other sites where you can find me. Hey, I stream on DLive, I'm on Minds and stuff. Dave Cullen, joining the party, made an announcement a couple of days ago that effectively he's no longer going to be making YouTube videos at all. He's had videos removed. He's been algorithmically throttled. You can look at Social Blade and understand that. And so now he's prioritizing other platforms. Considering the fact, and there's a link in the description to his BitChute, I'll also pin it in a comment. You should definitely join him there. I've got almost 120,000 people on BitChute. I know there's going to be a bit of crossover, but if you're on that platform watching me, I would ask you to subscribe to him too. Let's get into 100,000. He's getting close enough at this point anyway, so it won't be too long. Maybe by the end of the year, actually. He's decided to prioritize BitChute. I think he's also on Minds, and they allow video uploads, by the way, now of a reasonable length, and on Odyssey, formerly LBRY, Library. So he's doing alt tech now. And will probably do well. People who are doing this are going to reap the rewards. If you've got a hybrid model like mine, and very early on when the train was barely being built in the station, long before it started building up steam to go chugging along onto the alt-tech wonderland, if you got on that train early, you've reaped a lot of rewards. People who are now getting aboard the train are doing the same thing, and Cullen has an advantage because he was on alt-tech 2 very early. He began prioritizing, to some extent, these other platforms, so now YouTube's abusing him. Might very well ban him at any point, which means he can't make videos once you've been banned. It doesn't matter, though, because he's already popularized his other presences. And he's been on the forefront as well of making pro-free speech content, which is why he's being abused. There's a commonality to all the people that are being shadow banned, and it has nothing to do with whether they're on the left or on the right. It has to do with whether they believe in free and independent content, and whether they're on a corporate contract or not. If they're not, if they're actually independent, they're being shadow banned, they're being purged, they're being abused cross-platform. If they're like Cenk Juger, if they're like a fucking Buffalo Man, then they get to meet with YouTube's CEO, and Mark Zuckerberg calls him swell and shit like that. And it doesn't matter what beliefs they have, and behind closed doors, probably not even a progressive, by the way, that's the funny part. Considering his deeply bigoted blog posts in the past that he never got properly reamed for, and I wonder why, the YouTube exodus has begun. Because, people who have large audiences, and Cullen certainly does, he's got like, 700,000 subscribers, it's quite something. If you're sitting there and you're saying, well, every other video that I make, it's taken down anyway, I can decreasingly engage with my audience. It's no longer fun because I'm being abused and I'm feeling like a second-class citizen on this site. They're going to go elsewhere. It's just sort of natural. It's the free market in action, which is slowly saving tech. Alt tech is skyrocketing with growth. Even the smaller sites are steadily building user base. There's a reason I still upload to Brighteon. There is an audience there. There's an organic audience. That's the place to be. But YouTube, increasingly, it won't even let you fucking comment on material. They have like a little warning thing. If the AI detects that your comment might not be fluffy and Y7 rated, and you said a poo-poo joke or something, well, this might offend people. Oh, fuck, that could be anything that you say. If you say, hey, men and women are different, they have different biological sex, like different organs, that'll offend somebody. If you say the sky is blue, somebody will comment angrily because it's the middle of the night. Well, fuck them. Who cares if they're offended? That's why I like the BitChute comment section so much, which now uses comment freely instead of the shitty Discuss feature they were using before. Discuss is a vestigial apparatus of last decade anyway at this point. A lot of people have stopped using that for their websites. CNN switched towards Facebook and Google accounts, I think, away from Discuss a while ago. I think you can still hatch in with it, but I don't know. Again, when you censor people, you have less people to potentially use your service. Eventually, your competitors have a potential thriving group of people they can appeal to, and then you basically have fucked yourself. You've handed victory to your enemies. YouTube is doing that. So if you like Dave Cullen, if you like computing forever, you're not going to find him on YouTube. He says he'll get on once in a while just to remind people that he exists on other platforms. So he's doing the wise thing. See, some people, and I gotta take umbrage with some people. They're like, whoa, why don't you just delete your YouTube if you're having so many problems? You're not understanding. If your main platform for 12 years has been YouTube, what you should do is you should take those people and appeal to them to join you elsewhere. Eventually you can cut the cord. Eventually it might be involuntary. You can get banned off YouTube now for basically anything under the sun. You can get banned off Facebook. You can get banned off of Twitter and so forth, just for existing. Basically, you just exist and you can get banned. They don't want you on their platforms for long anyway because they don't like independent content creators anymore. They want to be more mainstream. They want to be, as Razorfist has succinctly put it, they want to be like Netflix. They want to be an on-demand service. If that's the case, then it's just a matter of time. Then you might as well use that platform to popularize the other ones. Otherwise, if you just like say bye and then delete your YouTube channel, and you're pissing away an opportunity to drag thousands or tens of thousands of people to a better website. And I do use the term better at this point. There are better alternatives to YouTube now. BitChute's fully funded. Odyssey is rapidly advancing. Rumble is perfectly solvent. And people have pointed out Rumble's not even alt-tech. It's just a YouTube alternative that happens not to algorithmically demote political content. That still makes it useful. It's still got millions of users. Why the fuck not use it? He's making the right decision. So yeah, there will be a link to his BitChute in the description, but I will also pin it for those of you watching on YouTube, and you should join him there. Absolutely. That's about all. Peace out.